going to Delta Retro Arcade Beat 'em Up, and this field looks a little different. It's a forest field. Graphics are a little bit Wait a second. I seem to be missing my pants. These monsters certainly didn't come out of a portal that I saw. Well, let's take them out here. Hit them with my sword there. Not really doing any tangible damage with the sword. Let's try our shoulder tackle. Huh, that's working a bit better. This guy's sure hitting me easily. Ha! I jumped. Check that out. I jumped. Okay, let's do the shoulder tackle of doom here. These guys don't seem to have my pants either. A little chilly out. Kinda miss my armor. Maybe this guy's got it. He's got a bag full of blue vases. Oh, okay, let's take some pottery here and put it in my SP. Magic? I have magic? I have magic! Awesome! Let's go ahead and take care of that and start Ow! She hit me. That is the ugliest grunty I've seen in my life. It attacked! Awesome! I'm taking that. Battle Grunty! Alright, let's go, boys! Battle Grunty on! And we are back with another edition of The Weekend Warrior. This is a grumpy old guy gaming. How is everybody doing? Today we are playing our Blade Master account. And we are going to Diabolical Arboreous Umbrella on the Arcadia Pi server. Forest board, so no need for a fairies orb here. Now check our status, level 26 and not too far away from 27 as we start this adventure. Go ahead and get our accuracy boost up and check that chest behind us. Already rewarded with a green gale just for showing up. And we're going to move into the next room. Whole bunch of stuff in this one. Pick up a moon from that chest. Pass an empty corner and route to the next chest, which rewards us with a green gale. And finish off this set with a thunder axe. Moving into the next room, we find it pretty much empty, save for this really awesome looking flower. I'm going to take a look at it here in first person. Little skull there in the middle. Neat artwork. Bit creepy, but hey, Halloween's coming up, so probably gonna, I don't know. Well, I guess you'll know by the time this is uploaded whether I used that for the preview thumbnail or not. Going to the room opposite here, and we find a portal. Got a lambada knife and a phantom. Phantoms always remind me of Butterfree's gone wrong. That's probably going to be the last Pokemon reference I make in this video. There's another lambada knife and a wood harpy. Phantom, of course, being a bit tougher to hit than the others. Don't know why, always just seems to work out to be one of the tougher monsters at its level group. Nothing too serious for us, though. Get a green gale, and the lovers. Moving into the next room. A larger room, a little bit laggy here. This time we decided to try and take it out all in one shot and just miss finishing off that phantom, take it out shortly after, and come upon possibly the most awesome thing this field could offer. It's another one of those giant skull flowers with a symbol at the base, so you've got a small fire right underneath a giant flower. Symbol gives us Aprio, which is a light element boost. Not sure how helpful that will be. Might help with my special sword attacks. I believe that's the element the weapon's classified under. And we pick up a piney apple in this room here. Gonna head back as it was a dead end. Now heading to the other side. There's our dungeon entrance, but there's still a little more to explore, so let's go ahead and take a look. Always seems that these long rooms are the bridge between the field. Don't know what's been up lately, but it's been a little bit laggy in those bigger rooms. Clearing out my PC a little bit. Hopefully it'll run a bit better next time. Going all the way back to the room we found those 3 chests in and checking out the remaining direction. Find an empty room that leads to another. And there's another portal. Wood Harpy and a Phantom out of it. Wood Harpy down, 1 shot, and it takes a few strikes, but we get the Phantom as well. As you can see, we're just picking up an experience off of everything, so we're probably a bit over-leveled for here. Find a Spring of Mist. Let's go ahead, pick an item to throw in. I'm going to choose Nataku? Not sure. It's a sword. We're throwing in the sword. And we've brought forth a level 2 grandpa who's going to take a look and decide he can't really do anything with it. So we're going to get Nataku, or however you want to pronounce it, back, along with a golden axe and a silver axe. Pretty familiar gambit if you watched the videos. Coming up on 7 minutes now, certainly getting our time's worth out of this field. Another large room. Very choppy here. That's our last field portal opened, and we take care of the Phantom despite taking a critical hit. See another flower with a symbol underneath it, and that visual never gets tiring. Getting Aptorma there. It's giving me magical accuracy boost. Not my preferred method of attack. Still a bit of real estate to explore, so we're going to move past that room there and check out a room that gives us a Gale Breath at a chest, next to a more groundward Skull Flower. Now we're going to wind our way back, room by room, until we get to the dungeon entrance. Take this moment to thank you again for joining me here, a Grumpy Old Guy Gaming, with, I believe, our 6th installment already? Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is the 6th installment of The Weekend Warrior, where I play my Blade Master, my main account, in .hack Fragment, playing on emulation here. Have a PlayStation 2 upstairs, need to track myself down a physical copy of the game, and do everything I need to get that up and running online. Just for the heck of it. In the meantime, more than happy to be playing this. Great community playing this game. And nice to think of myself as a little part of it. Heading back into Lag Room 1. And on the other side of it here is going to be the dungeon. Really can't remember what's inside. This was video I captured on a previous day, coming back and recording the audio now. Be uploaded on Sunday. Weekend Warriors drop on Sunday. Also, keep an eye out if you're a fan of this Fragment-related content for the Fragment Friday series. Just run a random adventure and post it for Fridays. Fragment Friday started on the .hack network Discord, if I recall correctly, as a way to help raise awareness about the game. Come up on one of these square-shaped rooms with all sorts of goodies in it. Breakable objects and chests aplenty. So we're going to go ahead, loot everything, and then pick a direction to start exploring. Here we run into a fire witch and a couple wood harpies. And a lambada knife for good measure. Fire Witch is always a bit of a danger as they will throw a spell as their initial attack. Drop a nice bit of damage on you, especially if you're not well equipped for the element they happen to be casting. Pick up a raccoon ear cap out of there. I believe that's one of the head equipments with Lorep. Prefer those as it's very easy to use a party-wide heal just in the vicinity of a party member and get a group heal in there. There we come across 3 lambada knives, take them all down in one shot. Pick up 2 trap chests, and after defusing the traps we get a snow panther and another snow panther. Guess that was one I could have waited on and sounded a little less awkward. But that's okay, if you're watching it, you're here for the awkward. I'm clearly here for the snow panthers as I pick up a 3rd. Come into this room and just surrounded by wood harpies. Missed the fire witch there at first. She certainly made her presence known with that little graphic. Portal is cleared, pick up the moon out of the chest, and we are moving onward. Another long room. This one seems to be a bit of a dead end. Got an elemental hit there from the looks of it. Huge damage figure there. And, as is turning into a bit of a custom for these weekend warriors, I pick up a golden egg, forgetting I already have 99 in my inventory. Just a reminder for those of you who are newer to the game, if you have 99 of something in your inventory, you can't pick up 100th. It's probably a good idea to store those, or put them to use. Can't really store the golden eggs as they're key items, they're grunty food, so my best bet is going into the offline campaign mode, and going to a town like Dunlorieg where grunties can be raised, using some golden eggs on that. At the moment, though, we're picking a new direction in this square-shaped room and checking out what's on the other side. Here we've got a bit of a treasure room. Lots of pots to break, and we pick up a holy sap. There's a restorative, and we're just going to keep working our way to this treasure chest that gives us the lovers. And then back out. One more direction to check out. Still haven't found our stairs down to the 2nd floor, so it's a pretty good bet that we'll find them in this direction. Not really much of a choice in that matter, I suppose. Come up on a little T-shaped room. Get trapped chests out of the portal. Pick up another raccoon ear cap. Here we've got a little square-shaped room with a little inset. Usually those insets have altars on them, and in those altars there's usually a chest or an egg. Here we're going up against a fire witch and a couple wood harpies, nothing too dangerous. There's the altar, like I said. This one is surprisingly barren. Find those rooms are empty a lot less than your other treasure rooms. So gonna go down the other direction of that T-shaped room, and we come up on a long diagonal hallway. Bit of a safe spot, lets us recover our remaining skill points. Pick up a fuse blades out of that chest, and a raccoon ear cap out of the other one. Antidote out of that breakable object before finally finding our stairs down. Just like that, we're heading to the 2nd floor of the dungeon. Accuracy boost wore off, so it's time to cast Aptorv once more. Always good to remember the name of your boost spells or write them down somewhere for quick notes. That way when you're upgrading equipment, you can make sure to keep them. There we find a general armor, which is thunder tolerant. See that null thunder there? That means if I tried to attack it with anything that registers thunder element, even if I hit, it's 0 damage. Important to keep track of those things as you get higher and higher in levels. Fans of the IMOQ series are more than familiar with enemies showing up just completely resistant to physical damage and everything. There's a couple fire witches I'm able to take out with a single shot. Bit over 2,000 damage to each of them. And then we're just going to clear out this room. Couple treasure chests rewarding us in the center. See what we get. We get an aqua guard and another lovers. Alright, pick up the moon out of that chest. Long T-shaped room here. Plenty of time to get to the portal, and nothing there but a green gale. Here's a square-shaped room. Gives us a couple wood harpies. Take them out as efficiently as possible. 1 strike, 2 kill. That's literally 2 birds with 1 swipe. Disarm the trap. Pick up an aqua guard. Just gonna go ahead, loot this room before moving on to the next. Inching closer to that level 27. Played this character quite a bit when first playing the game. Sort of relaxed a bit. Wanted to get my alternate accounts up, and found it a lot more fun to play with people when the levels weren't so disparate, you know? Still fun to bring this out every now and then. Just sort of let enemies run into me while other people get their hits in. Makes a nice insurance policy, that much I'll say. Of course, other people in your party is the best insurance policy you could have. No worries about getting that hit from just off screen that drops you to 0 and taking that 1,000 experience penalty for getting wiped. Nice and quick we find our stairs down, but there's a little more to explore, and we're having a good run of it, so we're going to go back and check out what's beyond those other doors. Heading up now on the map. Couple fire witches, take them out before they're able to cast at us. Pick up a treasure chest with a green gale, and on the other side of the corridor is a little semicircle shaped room with a couple general armors and a wood harpy. General armors, again, not the scariest thing we will encounter through a playthrough, but they can pile up damage in a hurry. Got a pretty nice 4 or 5 hit combo, if I remember, where they're just sort of flailing around and hitting you just about every step of the way. Kind of fun to watch these animations out. One of the reasons I'm glad I record the audio separately from the video. Gives me a chance to detach myself from the actual gameplay aspect where I'm just trying to do as well as possible and really enjoy the gameplay as just a fan of the series and a fan of how unique the game is in general. On the surface it doesn't seem that unique at all. It's your general fantasy setting and you're just basically playing one giant dungeon crawl. But as pointed out several times in the early episodes of Sign, a big part of the meaning of games like this is what you as a player put into them. For instance, this character is the middle stage. Little bit of secret I haven't shared yet on the channel, so this makes this a bit of a Weekend Warrior exclusive. My three characters, my Wave Master from the Learning to Die Less series, this Blade Master, and my Long Arm are all essentially the same character at different stages in his life. So, just figured I'd share that. That's something I kind of find fun. Gonna break open these jars here and just loot this treasure room. I do believe that's the last thing we had left to check on this floor, so we're going to be heading down to floor number 3 here in a hurry. Thing I'm most excited for out of all of that is the holy saps, as they could be used offline to trade with certain NPCs. Yet another thing those who have played the IMOQ games are familiar with are those NPCs that are looking for quantities of specific items, be them holy saps, burning oils, golden and silver axes. That's usually where you get the higher quality trades from. Again, making our way down here. One more quarter to go. And here we are on the 3rd floor of the dungeon. Small square room. Those first rooms are 99.9% of the time safe. Diagonal hallway, also 99% safe. Very chill opening as we come upon a room with a healing potion and a breakable item and an invisible egg. Not truly invisible. In fact, rather eye-catching. That was a lovely shade of purple, sort of matching the accent color on these doorways. Here we come upon a larger room. It's got a bit of bend in the middle. In that bend is a portal, and in that portal is a general armor. That is a stacking doll of doom there, and we're going to hack at it with a sword till it falls over. As Blade Masters will do. Fortune wire to the trap chest gets us to another fuse blades. Lower level item for twin blades, if I recall it's something like a level 4. Let me know in the comments if I got that right, I don't feel like checking. Battle over just as soon as it started, and I actually had to stop myself from once again trying to pick up a golden egg. I will, however, happily pick up another raccoon ear cap, as that sells for gold. Can't argue with gold, especially when you start moving into higher quality consumables, because the money will run out in a hurry. Started piling up on things like hail crosses and whatnot for when I'm playing multiplayer online. Always want to be a useful teammate, and keeping everybody alive is the best way to do so. Couple dark witches and a fire witch, rather quickly disposed of there, so we can get to the looting. Get a green gale, moving across to the other chest. Missed it in transit, came back and picked up yet another The Lovers, based off the tarot card of the same name. Series of items like that. Find our stairs down so we know this in fact is not the final floor, but we still got a bit more of this floor to flesh out. Gonna skip that chest for now, take out these dark witches. Didn't quite get there in time. Both of them cast on us. One had already fallen, so that spell was going to miss, and the second spell missed of its own accord. So we saw a couple pretty animations. Didn't really do anything to us. Certainly not going to argue too much with that effect, and we come to this dead end where we come up with another couple witches. Make that 3. 3 witches. Bad at the math today, folks. Fortunately, the game's been keeping math just fine, and those 3 witches took us exactly where we needed to go to hit level 27. Always nice to get that ding level up. Promise never to do that again. Come up on another Dark Witch and a General Armor. Kind of a weird color combination there. Treasure chests just popping up everywhere after that battle. 2 trapped and 1 of the normal variety, giving us a Gale Breath and a pair of Fuse Blades. See? That little pause helps. I sound a lot less dumb if I just let the items appear first. Healing potion out of that jar. Little treasure rooms like this are great. Again, if you just came out of a daunting combat and you don't get a single consumable item out of these treasure rooms, you at least had that time to get your SP back. Skill points always at a premium, mage's souls never not expensive. Especially when you hit that dungeon where it seems like you're popping 1 if not 2 every combat. And if you've played this game for any length of time, you know exactly what I'm talking about. That's gonna do it for floor 3 though. We've explored it to our personal satisfaction. Able to say that in the possessive plural, I assume. Not the greatest at the grammar either. Pretty good at taking out general armors, though. Gotta go ahead and add that to my resume. In the meantime, let's go ahead and check out what's in this treasure chest. Seems to be another raccoon ear cap. There's the moon. And moving to the next. Get a Lambada knife and a Dark Witch. Stumbled on my words there, apologies. Couple more experience in the bank and the lovers yet again. Nice small room, couple doors leading out that we haven't explored, and of course there's always the way which we came. Pick up a holy sap. Antidote out of that corpse, and an invisible egg. Just keep moving through these tiny little rooms here. Got a nice little sequence of them. This one's got a pool of water in the middle there. Notice the texture effect sort of going away there the instant we left the room. Neat little quirk. Take out this general armor at the bend in the room. Look at little roots and things on the walls of this cave dungeon. The details on these things are really kind of cool. Another pool room. Corpse warrior. And there's the stairs down, so before we go to floor 5, let's come back, and that corpse warrior has been replaced in about a second and a half by a large jar. Not quite sure how they managed that, but I guess the fun of the thing is in the mystery. Gonna head back through our procession of small rooms here and just check out the things left here in this 4th floor. Coming up on the half-hour mark of this video. Once again, thank you for joining me. If you've come this far, feel free to let me know. If you've skipped this far ahead and just happened to catch me saying that, feel free to act like you've been watching the whole time. Appreciate it all the same. Pull an Aqua Guard out of that chest and leave a room full of hanging skeletons. Once again, Halloween's coming up. Decoration ideas abound. Gotta check out the other side of that small T-shaped intersection from quite a while ago. take out the two more fragile threats before tangling with the general armor so it can have our full undivided attention. As you can see, really not sweating anything on this floor. 614 hit points, feeling rather robust by comparison. Dealing quite a bit too, averaging somewhere in the low to mid 200s on these attacks. Gonna go ahead and heal up there though, as we had incurred a bit of damage, and pop our Aptorv once again for an accuracy boost. Got a couple treasure chests there, ran around a bit because that one spawned right next to the wall and I couldn't for the life of me get a look at it to see if it was trapped or not. Had way too many instances where I've been a bit too close to a trapped chest. Didn't think I was targeting it, and the target switched just as I hit the action button. So I've learned to be a bit more cautious when it comes to those things. Sometimes, like previously, I look like a bit of a doof, just sort of running around, but overall better safe than sorry. Guess that's the lesson I'm going for there. So the good news is we've explored everything there is to explore. The bad news is we have to make our third progression through the land of 1,000 tiny rooms. We are almost through walking from door to door, heading to the 5th floor for even more. Yeah, that was terrible too. But hey, we're having fun. Big long hallway to walk down. Let me go ahead and check our status, and sure enough we are 14 glorious experience past level 27 at this point. That means we've pretty much faced 14 monsters since leveling up. Just about certain we're only getting 1 experience per monster here, but that's alright. Every now and then a nice beatable challenge it's a welcome change of pace. Instead of worrying whether or not you can get through it, just go ahead, nice chill dungeon run. Get that sense of accomplishment in, and the next time you get challenged, you've got your confidence from this already built up. Fortune wire the chest, and it gives us a worm scale. That is a heavy armor. Moving on to a pair of dark witches in that portal. Fifth floor, I think we could call this an intermediate sized dungeon. I want to say anything shy of 4 floors is a small dungeon. And I've seen them go as high as 10 if I could recall. Not sure if they could go any higher than that. Maybe when your server's leveled up a bit more. Another neat quirk about Fragment for those who aren't completely initiated, it's not an MMORPG, it's actually not massively multiplayer at all. It's set up on the premise of being able to play in small area servers with 1 or 2 other players, or just soloing yourself. You all party up and go to these little dungeons, but the neat thing about it is as you go through the dungeons and clear them, not only do you get experience for playing, but the server itself gets experience. It learns. It gets stronger as well as you. Thought that was kinda cool. Picking up a green gale there. See what the next room has to offer. It's a dead-end medium corridor with a battle. We try and end it early and we miss on a couple targets, so they get their best shots in. Not too big a worry for us, but we go ahead and finish it off, heal up afterwards, get a hanging man out of that chest there, and start working our way back, seeing what else is around. Go down here and we find a bit of a 90-degree turn room with a lambada knife and a dark witch. Take them both out. And there's a regular chest offering us the Fool. Here's a room with a sharp turn. Also a couple dark witches. Managed to take them out, but not before one of the spells fires off, so we get a look at the animation. And we come to a square room with a portal in the back. That's our last dungeon portal open, so fairly confident this is the final floor here, and we managed to finish that last battle off with a bit of flourish. One hit for 3 kills and pick up a holy sap off the corpse. There's an invisible egg, not much else to get here, so we're going to wander our way back and see if we can get us that treasure chest. Not much stopping us at this point, save for time. And yeah, we have that one unexplored branch of that little V-shaped room, so I'm supposing that is the way I'm heading. Passing up the golden egg there, finally remembering. And there's our treasure chest. Inside we will find a fire lizard, a health drink, and a resurrect. 3 fairly useful items. Nothing personally useful for us, but they are there nonetheless, so we are going to Sprite Ocarina out. This has been a Grumpy Old Guy Gaming, thanking you very much for coming to watch this episode of The Weekend Warrior. We will catch you next time.